Hey fam, it's your boy Ash. It is currently Friday. It is Friday. It is about 3:30 in the afternoon. This kind of serves as part 2 of my previous video, and also I'll be talking about my first experience in a gay bar, which is went pretty well actually. So I guess if you didn't check out the previous video, basically the gist of it is I was in the middle of coming down of anxiety, in the middle of coming down from an anxiety attack. I was chilling in the car. There was a trans support group going on in the building, and that I really wanted to go to, but it was like a matter of balancing my mental needs versus my social needs, and those two kind of they play in together. So what ended up happening was after talking about how I was feeling in the video, that kind of relieved some anxiety for me. Like talking about my emotions helps me feel calmer, basically. And not only that, but I did some deep breathing, and I told myself, hey, it's gonna be okay. Like there's a lot of like weird, awkward, like anxious people in there too, like because being trans, or just like being like some flavor of queer in general, it can come with some anxiety um that intersects with other anxieties. um so I figured, okay, they're not gonna judge me if I'm like a mess. And so I went in, and basically I had a good time. It was like the last 30 minutes, but it was like during the social hour or whatever. So like I basically just like talked to some people. I've gotten a lot better at talking to people. I have a form of social anxiety, among other things. Um, but like that's gone from like severe to like moderate or like mild. It's like in that area. Partly because of like medication, and then partly me working on myself. And so basically, what I did was I kind of like found some people that like I've talked to previously, and I some people were talking amongst each other, and I just like hey, what up, cool cats? And I kind of just like joined the conversation, and past me um wouldn't have been able to do that basically. But I'm in a better place now, and I'm finding what works for me, and I'm building confidence. I'm building self confidence basically, and these situations are getting easier for me. And near the end of it, um, people were like, "Hey, let's go to this bar," and I was like, "Okay, cool," because I'm enjoying myself. I'm feeling better, and not only that, but like this was an opportunity for me to bond with these people further, and I need friends. Like I'm new to this city, and I need friends. So that's what ended up happening, and we went to this bar that I'm never going to like name the places that I go to. I'm never going to talk about like what actually goes on in the meetings, like the details. I'm not going to ever tell you like who's there or anything, because that's private information, and it's a vulnerable community. And so like I'm never really going to share that information. Um just a heads up. But so we go to this bar, and I'm looking around, and I notice these little shops that are by it. And okay, so my first clue. Let me back up a bit. My first clue should have been the rainbow angel wings painted outside, like on one of the buildings that people were taking pictures by. Like that should have been my first clue that I was going to a gay bar, right? Aside from the fact that I was with a bunch of queer people. So we do that. And then Then I'm looking around the shops, and like some people, like one of them had a sign like inside the store talking about getting ready to whether you need to like slay or shade or something like that, and then we get closer, and then I'm like noticing like rainbow graffiti on some stuff, like artwork and whatever, and then I'm just like, okay, yeah, I'm going to a gay bar. This is legit. Back in my old town, there was mainly gay clubs, basically. That's all there was. Um, and like it wasn't my scene. Like I don't like loud, noisy places. Obviously, as you can tell, and I think my throat's getting drier, so I'm gonna get some water real quick. I'm not even going to edit it out because this is all on my phone and I don't know how to do anything, so you're welcome. So I went to this gay bar, and it wasn't like the other ones. And, well, okay, I haven't been to the other ones, but like my friends have, and they all tell me that it's just loud and noisy and just like, it's more of a club scene than like a chill bar scene. So we get there, and it's very chill. We bunch a bunch of tables together, and we just talk and we hang out, and like I'm not a drinker, like I'm not, but I get a cooler. I think like watermelon, Mike's Hard Lemonade watermelon flavor, and like a bottle of water so I don't get a headache because I'm that much. Like I don't drink, like I'm that person. But it loosens me up a bit. And, I'm able to talk with these people. I'm able to joke around. I talk about how gay I am and how much I love my girlfriend and how much I want to marry her. But, like, the funniest thing for me was I was gingered 3 different ways within 2 hours, and that is a personal record for me. That is a personal record for me. So, what happens is, so of course, all the fellow NBs, like, non-binary people, that's what, like, for those not in the know, NBs is kind of like the casual, short-term slang that we use to refer to each other as. So the fellow NBs were like, hello, NB. I'm like, hello. And they were using, they, them pronouns with me, and, gender neutral language in reference to me. And because they get it. But me and one of them, we were talking about how we should do, because we got to talking about like facial hair and the ways that you can make it look like you have a beard without actually having a beard. And we ended up joking about we should do the next YouTube makeup tutorial craze and just do like fake eyelashes. But anyway, so this older trans woman next to me, she started asking me about like, do trans men use makeup like in the similar way that trans women do? And I'm like, yeah. I mean, first of all, I'm not a man, like I'm not a trans man, but yeah, you could use makeup to contour your face and make it look more masculine and stuff. But she kept referring to me as a man, and I'm just like, which it didn't bother me. Like, it didn't bother me. I know that sorry, my camera's so shaky. I know that non-binary identities can be new to a lot of people, even in the trans community, and even in especially among like the older generation, like people who aren't used to it. Not that there aren't non-binary people among the older generation, it's just it seems to be that it's new to a lot of them. And so, it didn't bother me or anything. I just like calmly corrected her, and then answered her question on how I personally use makeup, basically. So that's the second way that I was gingered. And the third way, there was this sweet older man that came by. I believe he was gender nonconforming. And he noticed our group and was like, hey, what's up? And I was like, hey. And so he ended up talking to me and another non-binary person. very, very sweet older man. Um, and and before he leaves, like, oh, it was great talking with you ladies. And I'm just like, oh man. And so this non-binary person that was with me, we kind of just we exchanged like a look, like, oh, We don't say anything. Like he's a nice older man. He's leaving. There's no reason for us to like make a fuss over anything, but like we exchange a look, and like it was a little disheartening because the person that I was talking with, they've been on T for like 5 or 6 months now. They have visible changes in their body and in their voice, and honestly hashtag goals. And so that was a little disheartening, but like we don't say anything um other than acknowledge it, but between ourselves basically. So that was how I was gendered 3 different ways in 2 hours. Personal record. Like, not even mad. Like, it's hilarious, actually. Like, what even? What even? Like, how does that even happen? Like a, what? But yeah, so I went to my first gay bar. It was legit. Overcame some anxiety. That was legit. So yeah, I'm making like a whole lot of progress, and yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. All right, take care. Bye.